You good to go, Z?
All right. All right.
Thank you very much. We again welcome everyone for joining our Plenary 13, Social Business in the Academic Curriculum and Course Designing. This is our first session for today, and it's packed with a lot of academics from various institutions all over the world. So we're very excited to hear about your perspectives. This session will be till Bangladesh time 5:30. So we request everyone to please maintain your time. Mr. Bell will be ringing a few times, so please maintain your time so we can hear everyone talk within their time limit and have some discussion. So today we are joined by our Honorable Professor Dr. Abdul Hannan Chaudhry, Dean of Business School and Economics, North-South University, Bangladesh. He has conducted a half-day long session today already, and he must be really tired, but he's still very enthusiastic about our session today, and he will be moderating our session. We're also joined by Professor Mark Shen, the Director, UNO Social Business Center, National Central University, Taiwan. We are joined by our very own Dr. Faiz Shah, Director, the UNO Center AIT and UNOS Thailand. We are also joined by Professor Dr. Suraya Hani Mokhtar, the Dean, School of Business and Social Sciences, Al-Bukhari International University in Malaysia. We're joined by Mr. Manish Rojoria, the Chairman, Career Society from India. We are joined by Professor Dr. Michaela Mezzi from the Glasgow Caledonian University. We are joined by Mr. Enrico Testi from Italy, and I hope Professor Benedict has been able to join us, or she will join us shortly. So thank you very much. I don't want to take too much time, and I hand over the floor to Professor Hannan Chaudhry. Professor Hannan.
Thank you, Jinath. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, all the panelists from across the world. Jinath has already mentioned that we are running late in terms of the earlier session. They take 10 minutes longer. So we're going to try to be on time, and without any introduction, I would like to go to the session today. I would like to also welcome Professor Yunus with us. We are very happy to see him because he's quite busy also today. It has been a long day for us. We started our day at 9 o'clock, but still we are on the session one after one. Being all the panelists are from different academic institutions from across the world, and it is very important for us to talk about the theme of the today's plenary session is social business in the academic curriculum and course designing. But I would request all the panelists also to talk about a little bit about their activities on social business. What do you do? Because as I see that most of you are actually leading the social business, social business center at your university or in institutions. So you can also, in brief, you can talk about that, how you actually engage your students in terms of social business, academia and social business activities in your, campus, so that we can also learn. And I'm sure that, well, this is the session that is going to benefit us in terms of even further strengthening our relationship with academicians across the world, those who are truly passionate about social business activities. And we truly want to see that this sort of collaborations are going to go in our next level. I know that over the last 10 years in academia, even we have been able to achieve many things. I know that, well, Dr. Faiz Shah, Professor Mark Shen, and Professor Benedict, Professor Suraya, and all of you have been working long since with Professor Yunus in regards to academic activities. Now, we really need to also see that, well, how can we actually gain knowledge from all of you in terms of designing courses on social business, and what are the courses and curriculum that we really incorporate, we really need to incorporate in the business school, so that we can actually transform our future generation of the student, directing them to be more active in social business practices and also implementing those ideas in real life. So without further ado, I would go to Professor Faiz Shah, at the very beginning, because you are the director of Yunus Center at AIT. You have been also doing some, activities in your center, especially the action learning with the number of projects that you have been doing and involved in. Could you please give us a brief idea about those projects and how do you see one of the main focus or direction, especially in the field of social, business education? Professor Faiz Shah.
Thank you, Professor Chaudhary. I think there's a sound issue here. Apologize for that. Right, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Assalamu alaikum, sir, and good afternoon from Bangkok to everyone. Thank you, Professor Chaudhary. We have been around, as you said, for a while, but our initial work was mostly related to building awareness products. So there were workshops and there were kind of orientation kind of things. But over the last 3 years, to be specific, thanks to the very specific guidance that we received from Professor Yunus, we started to work on a full-blown master's program. So if you allow me to share the screen, let's see if I can open this up. I think let me, it's taking a while. Can you see that now?
We can see it, but it's small little bit. You can explain it, no problem.
Right, I think here we are. Apologies for the delay. Right, as we can all see on our screen, we realized we did a survey, we did some work, and we assessed social business, social enterprise, social innovation courses that were being offered all across literally all the major universities in the world. And we realized that there were some excellent programs, but there were some critical gaps in each program. Programs that were focusing mostly on business had great business curricula, but they were not as robust on the sustainable development side. And then there were good sustainable development and sustainability management programs, which were a little soft on the hard business skills side. And very few of them had the kind of the robust exposure to business design. So with that in mind, and with the guidance that we had from Professor Yunus, we kind of picked up our programs with care. So these are established programs, and we simply compiled them into a master's program. That allows us to offer an accredited program by the top business school in the country, by the top sustainability development program in the country, and also bringing together the very unique element that the Yunus Center in Dhaka connects this to. So if you look at this diagram, this visualizes, or it perhaps accomplishes, the vision that we have of a program that not only allows people to ask the right questions by studying sustainable development, they also have the right tools to employ in answering those questions through the MBA coursework. And the social business practicum gives them the living environment in which they can see, hear, read, talk to people who are actually in the business of social business design. And so all that is brought together by 3 very tangible outcomes in the program. So the final project is graded, the internship report is graded, and the business plan is also graded. And together then, all this is, for us, the most inspiring part of this is that our students will get a chance to have 4 master classes by Professor Yunus himself. And hopefully travel will open up and we will be able to bring people to Dhaka so that they can actually see a lot of these social businesses at work and therefore, get back with real examples. So when I present this to you, I think the idea is to indicate to you in concrete terms what we were able to present or build over a period of 3 to 4 years. And so there were some challenges also because most schools, as you know, work to very straight and stringent curricular guidelines. And so getting cross accreditation, getting schools to collaborate, and for the curricula and timetables to align requires a lot of internal coordination, and not a lot of universities automatically allow for that. So I think this is what I wanted to share with you, Professor Chaudhary, and to basically indicate to you the culmination, really, of a lot of effort by our colleagues on the School of Management, the School of Development, as well as the UNIS Center here and the UNIS Center in Dhaka. And I'd also like to recognize Professor Jahangir Alam Chaudhary, who is the steering committee member from Dhaka on our program to join us so that it's a truly international and a truly interdisciplinary program. I hope that's useful.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, actually, Professor Faiz Shah. I'm going to come back to you again. We do have other queries and questions from you that what you do at, AIT, and we may need your feedback in terms of aligning some of the Bangladeshi academic institutions, in particular those who are working on a social business arena. I would jump into the next speaker, Professor Mark Shen. Professor Mark Shen is also, we are very close friend actually. Mark Shen, Faiz Shah, we have been actually tied in many ways actually. Mark Shen, I would like to know, of course, the same very thing from you, but in your center in Taiwan, because you are also the director of UNOS Social Business Center at National Central University, Taiwan, and you are working with some of the very pertinent objective that you are serving from your institution. I mean, I want to know that how do you actually operate the student teams for service learning projects on social business, and also you do have the student teams for creative entrepreneurship on social business, and you also run social, student club for social business at NCU. Tell us a little bit that things. Then also, I do not know that at this moment whether you are actually offering any degree or any specialization in regards to in relations to social business. Please try to give your opinion so that we can actually become far more enriched actually from your speech. All right.
Yeah, hello. Yes. Yeah, Professor Yunus and Professor Chaudhary and all of the colleagues from YSBC. So I'm very happy to see many friends, even though we can meet face to face, but it's still very good to meet each other online. So let me share my screen. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So I think because I only have 5 minutes, so I think I will just briefly describe the course and the curriculum we design at YSBC NCU. As you can see, the YSBC NCU actually is in the business school. So I think the core is to drive students to be a social entrepreneur. And also maybe if they cannot be a social entrepreneur, maybe they can think about go for become a manager in some social business. So there's 3 pillars in our program. So our social business have provide 3 pillars of course design. We have programs, and we have labs, and we also have so-called internship and incubation. For program, we have social basic credit program. So this program, we provide around 24 courses in the credit program. And then because the management school actually cannot provide all the courses, so we cooperate with the social science school, but not only NCU, but also from another private school in Taoyuan City. So it's more like a cross-school, cross-university credit program. So students can choose the program from across school, across university. And of course, we know there's a 3-0 leadership program is going to happen this year. So I think we will also push our student. Now we cannot say push. We will encourage our student, to join the leadership program. So far, I think we already have 7 teams. So we already have 17 decided to student teams. They decided to join the program. I think that's very good. They are very exciting about this program. And also in campus, we organize a series of lecture series because most of the credit program, actually the course, they cannot provide all the detail and something new. Actually, we also want to invite some experts, to leak some from industry side to show the recent trend about social business or social enterprise. And we also have workshop. So I think sitting in the classroom is not good. I think we already encourage students to go outside. So workshop is more like we organize such kind of workshop outside school. Okay. So in addition to program, we have lab. Program is for NCU students. Lab is also for NCU students. So we have Impact Entrepreneurship Lab. So Impact Entrepreneur Lab actually focus on 4 things. First of all, they have to learn social business 101. Second thing, they have to know how to design good product for consumers, for stakeholders. So they must learn design thinking. Of course, as a social entrepreneur, they have to know how to maximize their social impact. So they have to conduct real case social return on investment project. Because I am also a credit practitioner on SRI. So also I urge all of the students can become a practitioner like me. And of course, we also have international learning. So students, because probably they don't know the social problem. They only know the social problem locally, but it's better to go outside to know more social problem as motivate them to maybe not change locally, but also to change the world. So, so the second pillar, we have Impact Entrepreneurship Lab. We also have Social Business Manager Project. It's more like we cooperate with social business. Social business raise a challenge. Students use a semester to solve the challenge, to provide the solutions. And then recently, we also won the funding from the Ministry of Education. So we have the YSB at NCU have 2 USR, so-called University Social Responsibility projects. So we also encourage our students to work with us, to go to the community, to solve their social problem, or maybe somehow to revitalize the community and think about maybe some social business plan locally. And we also have impact management project. I think that's a very key important feature of YSBC at NCU, because I think we all have 2 accredited practitioners at NCU. And across Taiwan, probably NCU is the only school have accredited practitioner about SRY. So we can provide the knowledge, provide the know-how to help to lead the student to go through the whole SRY project. It's very challenging. But in Taiwan, we have such kind of demands for SRY practitioner. So that's the reason why I designed the 3rd pillar. They can, if they don't want to go for social business, they can go for internship. So we have so-called internship. We cooperate with big consulting firm. So big consulting firm, after they join the camp, they find a good potential candidate, and student can, become an intern at the big consulting firm. Of course, so the 3rd pillar actually not only for NCU students, 3rd pillar is for all the youth in Taiwan. So we have UNIS Prize, we have Taoyuan Social Business Gathering, we also have international internship. Okay, so I think I'm running out of time. So
yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Chen. We are going to come back to you again.
Sure.
Let us try to hear from each of the panelists. I'm going to go to Dr. Shuraya Hanim Mukhtar. Dr. Shuraya Hanim Mukhtar, you are also, the Dean of the School of Business and Social Sciences at Albuquerque International University. You are also the head of the Social Lab. Could you please explain that at the social business I know that while you are running workshops and community engagement programs related to empowering microcredit, activities, but you can explain yourself in terms of the activities that you do. Thank you very much to be part of this session.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, the moderator. So my name is Suraya from Abu Hari International University. I hope you can see my slide by now. Okay.
Yes.
So ARU, our niche area is actually the social business. So we had lots of program, and also the as for now, I would like to share with you some of our social business courses that we embedded in our academic curriculum. So we have two courses, which is focusing, as for now, we're focusing on the undergraduate students or undergraduate program. We have one social business, we call it as Social Business 1. It's a core course, 3-hour credit. And all the students from all the program in Abu Hari need to take this subject. They have to take during the first year. And this subject has the prerequisite, which means that the student need to take the subject name Entrepreneurship and Innovation first before they can enroll to this subject. So this subject or this course, the objective is to provide students with requisite knowledge in social business, microfinancing, social business plan, and development. So at this stage, we teach the students how to come up with the social business plan, where the student need to go to the community to find the roots problem of the people, and then they come up with the plan or the solutions. So they will design the social business plan at this stage. And then this is during the first year. So when they come to their third year or the final year, we have one project, which is we offer to Bachelor of Business Administration students. We call as the Social Business 2. It's actually the Capstone Project nature of courses, which is the student, wherever the business plan that they had came out during their first year of study. So this is the time they have to execute all the social business plan with the community. So this is, they have to take the subjects or the courses in their final year of study. So this is one of the projects that we had conducted in our Capstone Project, which is in response to the COVID-19 pandemic and to help the micro entrepreneurs in rural areas in engaging in or mastering in digital marketing. So we assist the micro entrepreneurs in rural areas in Baling, Kedah, in the digitalization of their micro enterprises. Especially, we help them how to market their businesses, their product, their services through media, social marketing, and also some of the marketing digital platform that's available. So this is the Capstone Project. This is the final year project that has been conducted by our students. And this is, I would say that this is a successful project where we managed to help almost 20 micro entrepreneurs in Baling, Kedah. And by now, the income has been increased to 50 to 70%. And we are going to continue this project continuously after this. So if we can see, we have two courses for undergraduate students, Social Business 1, which they have to take during their first year, and Social Business 2 during the third year. So we can see that there is a gap of time to execute all the project. That's why we came across to set up our Social Business Design Lab, which is we focus on 3 zeros. Actually, we have started our club earlier last year. So this is one of our initiative that we don't want the student to wait until their final year to execute all the beautiful project that they had came out. So they can also execute all the project by using the Social Business Design Lab platform. And all the project and all the business plan that they had came up, it has to be in 3 clusters. I mean, they have to tackle in 3 important issues, which is zero poverty, zero employment, and zero net carbon emission. So this is the training process that we give to the students. So along their study period, they're going to have the opportunity to execute all the social business projects. So we hope that by the year of year 3 or final year, they just not like doing the project itself, but we can invent some social innovation. So that's the experience of our university, Abu Dhabi International University. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Suraya. In brief, you actually explained what you do in regards to offering 2 courses on social businesses, and also about your Capstone, projects. I would now go to one of our colleague from Bangladesh, Dr. Masoom Iqbal. He is the Dean of the Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship at Daffodil International University. Dr. Masoom Iqbal is involved in different social business activities in his campus. I would like to hear from him actually at Daffodil University, what do you do in the context of Bangladesh, and also how do you actually engage and involve the student in social business activities or in academic sphere. Can you explain it?
Thank you, Prof. Chaudhary. Thank you so much for giving me this floor. And I pay thanks to Prof. Faiz Wansen and Prof. Surya for your discussion. I believe your discussion have been very useful for me, based on which I can revise the content we are sharing at our university. As Mr. Moderator has mentioned that, as I am working for Daffodil International University, I'm the director of the Social Business Center here. So we believe in social business, and we want to uphold this social business, and we always try to communicate the understanding or concept of social business to our students and to all the youngsters in our country. But while we are communicating, I believe, or we believe that the content we are communicating, that is quite important. So right now, in our university, we are running 2 programs. I hope my screen is shared with you, please. So we are communicating 2 programs. The first program is MBA in Social Business, and the second program is Social Business Summer Program or Social Business Exposure Program. You know, MBA, it is a terminal degree, and like other business schools, our business school has also MBA program, and we are having different majors. Social business is one of the majors in our MBA program. And it is a 2-year program, typically. And on the other hand, the Social Business Exposure Program, which we are running, so it is a short length program, so 7 to 8 days program. So I'm taking the privilege by sharing the curricula, the content we are communicating or disseminating at our university, because I strongly believe you are all experts, the leaders in social business arena in the world. And above all, Prof. Yunus is here. I take your suggestions by which I can make our content more robust in the days to come. So if in our MBA program, so it is not my concern, in fact, to share here. So this is the typical, or this is the structured MBA program in our university. So here, there are some core courses, functional courses, capstone courses, major courses. So for a major in a particular discipline, a student will have to take some core courses and 2 functional courses and 5 major courses, say. So these are all core courses. So this is not our concern here, but these courses, these are 2 functional courses before a student go for a major. So they will have to do these 2 courses, say in case of social business. So as functional course, we are having 2 courses here. The first one is fundamentals of social business, and number 2, financing social business. These 2 ones are say functional courses we are having right now as of today, and these are the major courses. And you can see my screen. In my screen, there are 6 major courses, but someone will have to take, or a student will have to take 5 courses at the least. So the first one is for social business management. This second one is social business finance, social business marketing, and CSR, social business plan development, and case study analysis of social business. By the way, I tell you that while we were in the process of the preparation of this syllabus, in fact, we were in a deep sea because it was something new to us. And as per the guidance of of our pride Nobel laureate Prof. Yunus, and we got generous cooperation from Yunus Center. So with their consultation, we prepared this syllabus, and as of today, we are maintaining this syllabus. But I believe I'll be getting some suggestions, advices from you, so that we can make it better for coming days. So this is all about MBA. And if I'm talking about social business exposure program, as I said that it is a short-term program, 7 to 10 days program, say, it is an example. And usually we are having these features or these segments or features of social business exposure program. Sometimes it is summer program, sometimes it is winter program. And usually we're having some lectures on different aspects of social business. And all these lectures are given by the academics, renowned academics, or our faculty members, and some CEOs of Grameen family. And they have a meeting with Nobel laureate, Prof. Yunus, Sir advises all the participants in this summer program. And we're having some visits to different concerns of Grameen family, and social business plan presentation, and some cross-cultural activities and cultural programs we are having in this exposure program. And usually in the exposure program, these are the contents we cover. We are having a session on introduction to social business, then poverty and business. We try to make a link, then microcredit to micro equity, social business plan preparation, financial aspects of social business, marketing for the sustainability of social business, managing social business and SDGs, sustainable development goals.
Thank you. Yeah.
Just 1 minute, sir. I'm coming to the conclusion. So basically, this is what we are communicating here. As we understand that, so we believe in this, but right content is important. So this, as of today, we are discussing this, and we are communicating with our students about this content and context. I hope I'll get your suggestions to make it robust in the days to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Professor Masoom Iqbal. You have given us the very sort of idea about how you are actually running an MBA program, including their foundation level courses with the major courses. We got a sense that, well, what do you do at Daffodil International University? And also your exposure program is also, I would say, credit-worthy program, although it is for 10 days or 8 days, it is a value-adding one. I would now go to Mr. Manish Rajoria. Manish Rajoria is a very experienced individual who is the chairman of Yunus Social Business Center at Career College. He's also the vice chairman of the Career Group of Institution. He's engaged in diverse activities, including printing and publications, and he is a passionate man about social business. I would like to hear from him actually what he does actually in Bhopal at his career college. Would you just give us a brief idea about your activity?
Thank you, Professor Abdul, and my regards to Professor Yunus. And can I get the permission to share my screen, please? So greetings from Career Group of Institutions. And this whole program of ours started very recently. And Rotary India Literacy Mission was instrumental in introducing us to Professor Muhammad Yunus Sahab and the idea of social business. So Career Society is about 51 years old. It is a A+ accredited educational institution with multiple courses here that we run. So the conversation with Professor Yunus started on the 25th of February, which is very recent, this year itself. And on the 11th of April, during the East African Social Business Forum on Youth Entrepreneurship, we started and launched our Yunus Business Center. So we planned and had an action plan, which we would stick to. So it was about creating awareness, education, competitions, and create an ecosystem for social business. So in awareness, we were to bring a lot of people together, and academicians, people from the industry, and have some conferences around this. On the education side, we plan to do some courses, certificate courses on social business, and then gradually graduate to doing some degrees and master programs on social business with the help of other YSBCs. On competitions, we plan to do some competitions around social business. And fortunately, we were able to do a sociothon where we had 50 participants, and we declared the 3 winners today. And overall, creating a ecosystem of social entrepreneurs and connecting them to microfinance and microcredit. And now also bringing social equity. And we look forward to the social stock exchange, which is going to be launched in India. And that will really help a lot of entrepreneurs in our country. So today we did have a very, very successful sociothon. The results were announced today. Yesterday we had 3 very eminent judges for our program. On 7th June 2021, which was just a few days back, last month, we started a short-term online certificate program for the students of our college. And we were able to plan and create the curriculum under our principal's leadership, Dr. Charanjit Kaur. And we wanted to take inspiration from existing YSBC modules. The challenge was to create a bilingual curriculum, create modules, assignments, create short-term course, and then have, because of the pandemic, students are not coming. So we had to have the live classes, and then assessment online wasn't easy. So these were the 9 modules we had. So started from social business and the objectives, and going up to investment and launching your own social business. So here I would like to mention the names of our colleagues who work very hard in creating these modules. So we had Dr. Neeru Sharma, Dr. Vibha Thakur, Dr. Priyanka Kurup, Kalpana Jain Madam, Dr. Ruchi Dubey, Dr. Suparna Ghosh, Dr. Jaswinder Mehta, Dr. Nikita Parsai, and Dr. Reena Anthony from various departments. So 350 students participated, 85% was the attendance, and the feedback was good. This course was concluded on the 18th of June. And now finally we have the course available on Teachable, and a lot of students from all over the world can access this. And we look forward to creating more courses now for the graduate and the postgraduates, and happy to collaborate with other YSBCs. And the idea is also to establish an incubation center and continue with international and national conferences on social business. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Manish Rajoria. I must thank you actually in regards to your time frame. You have just started on February, but you have been progressing so very well by even detailing out your action plan and conducting this sociothon, and also offering short course on social business and finally been able to even design some online certificate courses, modules, up to 9 modules you have been actually be able to design through your colleagues. And I must thank your initiative. Within such short period of time, you have been advancing a lot in the appropriate direction. I would say that, well, we're going to share our ideas and thoughts with you even in future. We're going to communicate with you also. At this moment, I would like to go to, again, one of my very old friend, Dr. Enrico Testi. Dr. Enrico Testi is the director of UNO Social Business Center at the University of Florence. He has been actually directing this center since founding of the center in 2011, and have been also contributing so much on actually social entrepreneurship, social innovation, and also he was involved in Social Business City, and his writings also in social entrepreneurship and social innovation have been praised by the academia. Enrico, if you would like to add more on what you do actually at the center, and how do you actually give us some direction in regards to some course designing and also academic things that we should do in the academic arena.
Thank you, Professor Abdulanan Chaudhry. It's always a pleasure meeting you, and I'm very happy to be here. And hello to my friends and Professor Yunus. I'm sorry, I had some connection problems, so I couldn't be with you from the beginning. At the Yunus Social Business Center, University of Florence, actually, we develop curricula at 2 levels, high school and university. So in the high school, first of all, our objective in developing the curricula is both opening the minds of the students and letting them know that there are other alternatives to normal businesses, but also to provide them practical tools on actually how to bring forward the idea. So in high school, we developed very easy and captivating, I would say, curricula where we try to transmit the passion for ideas and solving problems, which we think with young people, it's the most important thing to do. So it's a program which lasts like only 12, 15 hours, and it tells about Professor Yunus and social business, and then it makes students take part to a social business plan competition. Professor Yunus was very kind actually this year also to send a video for the winners that took part to this competition. So this is high school. So we believe we should start in high school actually teaching social business. And then we moved to the university. And at the University of Strategy, also because we have to, let's say, discuss with the university which kind of curricula we can propose. We teach social business and social enterprise inside a course which is for the first 2 years of international, the students of international cooperation and economic development. And the course is called Social Economy and Sustainable Development. So we connect social economy and of course social business, which is part, which falls inside social economy concept, with sustainable development. So here we address different topics like circular economy, the SDGs, urban regeneration, local development, and social inclusion, of course. And then we connect these topics to the different theories and definitions. So we have social enterprise, social business, social economy, solidarity economy. We explain all these and which are the common points and differences, of course, because it's very important to fix the concept of social business very clearly and not mix it with the other definitions. And then we provide the practical tools. So we, I would say it's 60% theory and 40% more practice. And it's more about practical tools. It's about social business design, how to do social impact assessment, how to do a social reporting, And of course, for those students which are more keen on social innovation, how to write projects, and how to communicate. And inside this course at university, we connected with our opportunities, which we draw from our rich ecosystem. So one of these, for example, the Severe project, which is a Erasmus Plus project financed by the European Commission, which is led by Glasgow Caledonian University. So here also the opportunities, that the network creates, which we were also discussing yesterday with Professor Cam Donaldson. And so our students can take part to this project, as well as to other activities which are in Italy, so like other social business plan competition, because luckily we are not the only ones in Italy doing things. So we think that we should create opportunities to young people, connect them also to other initiatives, even if they're not led by us. And then they can enter our incubation program in the social business city in Pistoia, and then also do some internships with us, working on our projects on starting up social enterprises, social business abroad, which are financed by international cooperation or other research projects. So I think my time is over. So thank you. I'll be happy to answer any question you might have.
Thank you, Enrico Testi. I'm going to also try to come back to you with a question. At this moment, I'm proceeding towards Dr. Michela Mazzi, Senior Lecturer at the Center for Social Business and Health from Glasgow Caledonian University. As most of you know that well, Glasgow Caledonian University through Professor Cam Donaldson has been actually working with Center for long since about social business activities and also academic activities over there. They're running courses also. Professor Michelle, if you could, explain in detail, what are you doing recently in regards to social business, academic and course curriculum things, if you can explain.
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen, if you don't mind. I hope you can see it. And although the title of the presentation, and first of all, thank you very much for having me here today, and greetings from Glasgow. So we run two master programs, MSc Social Innovation and MSc Social Innovation with Professional Practice. And I'll explain to you later what the professional practice size is. But to give you a little bit of a background, so the UNO Centre for Social Business and Health here at Glasgow Caledonian University is a very active research centre focused on understanding, supporting and developing social businesses across not only Scotland, but internationally. And drawing from our research expertise, and we have for years delivered a master course on social business and microfinance. And it's only recently, in fact, it was 2019, that reflecting the interests of our student cohorts and also the sort of the varying debates within academia, we have decided to broaden the focus of our program under the umbrella, if you like, of the concept of social innovation, excuse me, which in a sense sort of encapsulate all the various debates around social businesses, but it doesn't focus necessarily exclusively on the social business type, but it broadens to varying forms of engagement with tackling societal challenges. And so allow me to just sort of bring up one of the definitions of social innovations that we work towards, that obviously is a contested concept. However, the way that we sort of operationalize it is the new ideas, services, models of products that attempt to tackle societal challenges and create different forms of relationships that have the power to, that have a transformative power, if you like. And in a sense, this sort of encapsulates, that is the GCU mission, Glasgow Caledonian University missions of the common weal or the common good. And in a sense, therefore, sort of any form of venture that can tackle and alleviate potentially poverty. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of a flavor of the type of projects that Enrico has sort of touched upon some of them, and the collaborations, international collaborations, but these are some of the projects and programs of research that the university has been, and the UNO Center in particular, have been working with colleagues across the globe, and focusing obviously on social innovation ventures, but specifically also on social businesses. And I also wanted to put up another slide of giving you some examples of social innovation ventures that we sort of solicit our students to engage with and collaborate with. And so, for example, we have Go Upstream, that is an organization that provides practical training and design programs for transport providers and help to make services more inclusive for people living with dementia. We have the example of Locavo, which is a local organization and social business that is focusing on sustainable local food. And the organization champions the belief that we need to rethink our relationship with food, from its production to the consumption and disposition of. Melting Pot is instead a co-working space based in Edinburgh, and is now considered as the exemplar of social innovation centres across Scotland. From a co-working space, it now supports various social innovators and social business entrepreneurs. And finally, again, to give you a flavour of the type of relationships and ventures that we engage with, not only from the research side, but also in the pedagogical side of what we teach to our students, is the Scottish Violence Reduction Unit, which is a national centre of expertise on violence. It was set up in 2005 as a response to the rising knife crime in Glasgow, and is essentially a multi-agency collaboration that tries to develop innovative policy interventions across various type of public agencies, essentially. So it's a type of social innovation occurring in the public sector. But going back to the MSc in social innovation in particular, the rationale of the program is very much to provide students with the opportunity to develop and demonstrate knowledge on social business and social innovation, to apply their knowledge and skills and understanding to practical circumstances, and to develop their critical thinking and their critical skills. Obviously to enhance their communication, numeracy, and so forth, but also very much to work autonomously and collaboratively with others, whether they want to set up their own organization or whether indeed they want to work with organizations that support the development of other social businesses. And we attempt to implement the program Rationale through the format of the modules that we provide throughout the two programs of MSc in social innovation. So we have in the first trimester modules like ethics, governance, and responsible leadership, global social entrepreneurship, human rights, gender and development, and social innovation and alternative economic forms. In the second trimester, we focus on modules like social finance, applied social marketing, project management, and applied professional practice, which is a practical module that sees the engagement of students with local social businesses for a minute period of time, is a total of 24 hours, but to develop projects in conjunction with this organization.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just finished with the final part of the professional practice. We're just starting it this year, and it's a 2 years master program that sees in the second year a secondment or an internship with local social enterprises and those social businesses. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Michelle, for informing us your, recent task. I know that, well, Glasgow Caledonian University have been doing great, even offering masters in social innovation and also microfinance and to social innovation. And today you have also informed some of the socially oriented project that you are doing. It has been great work. I would like to see that whether Professor Timothy Hagan is there or Benedict from HEC Paris is there. Professor Benedict, oh, okay. Yes, my old friend, Professor Benedict. Without any introduction of Professor Benedict, I would like to say that, well, HEC Paris have been the pioneer in terms of, mobilizing all academic activities from France and also giving support to many of us in Bangladesh and also across the world in terms of offering short courses to long courses, research, case writings, case things. So Benedict, we want to hear from you in regards to your recent activities and also, in designing courses and on social business, any suggestions, any feedback that you would like to add. Thank you very much having you in our session.
Thank you, Professor Abdullah Hanan. Do you hear me well? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so nice to meet you all. Hello to Professor Yunus and Lamia. And I try to, and to you all, I try to share my screen if it works. So, okay, so just historical point that, yeah, we created the social business chair in 2009 with Professor Yunus. There was this launch in 2008, and with the support of Danone and other companies. So, and today the social business chair is a very important part of the Society and Organizations Institute, which is pushing all environmental and social issues as well. Yeah, I can share this is, the different steps that we had creating different courses and pedagogical dynamics. So it started in 2009 with, the creating, for example, the social business certificate. Actually, this Sustainability and Social Innovation Master existed before in 2003, but I want to focus more on the social business certificate. It's a 6 weeks program where Professor Yunus is very kind to intervene nearly every year. It's easier today with the Zoom possibilities. And it's a program where we start sending students on the field. There are master students, MBA students, and executive MBA students. It's a big mix of different kinds of students. We send them on the field to start immersion in, social businesses, working with disadvantaged people in Paris, and then they have to design a social business during the whole 5 weeks that remain on a specific issue that they feel concerned with. So, and I think, like Enrico explained, we are on the what, on the how, no, sorry, on the why. So why is it so important to do it today? On the what do companies and social businesses do, and the how, which is on tools and methodologies. So this is the core program that we've created, an historical program. Then we've created different electives, executive education seminars. We've created also a MOOC called How to Become Entrepreneur of Change, where we show different social entrepreneurs, and we try to help young people think about their goals and their purpose in life and how to design then a social business, etc. So it's a MOOC that had more 70,000 followers. And then what we try to do, the next step is for us has been, to push this question of social business in existing courses like entrepreneurship and digital courses. So we have created different kinds of seminars, for example, in the entrepreneurship master, in the also digital master. So that the idea is to integrate in existing programs and courses. So it's usually can be 1 day to 1 week seminar, it depends. But trying to integrate them in all, well, at least in these kind of programs that are quite clearly easily related to social business. Then the next step will be next year for us. It's actually a challenge. It means creating a compulsory course for all students, L3 students, for example, and then M1. But here to start with L3 students, it's 18 hours course on planetary challenges. where we have courses climate change, one course on biodiversity, one course on natural resources, and one course on social business. And we need to reach out to all students. So it means big challenge because they want presential courses and face-to-face courses and not only digital courses anymore. And then there are hackathons and also field electives on social business. But I want to move to the next step and to conclude. The next step for us is also next year to work on a curriculum review, which means reviewing the whole curriculum and integrating much more in the different courses, core courses, the environmental and social perspective, and integrate the social business concept. So it means deep integration and transformation of the school. So that's our goal for next year. Hopefully we can achieve that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Benedict, for giving us a little detail about what you do. Actually, HEC has been actually supporting even at supporting North-South University, the university that I am the dean right now. They have been actually giving huge training support to our colleagues, and those who have got the training, they were very focused and they are working towards social business arena and also doing great research on that domain. Actually, I want to mention
that it's still a possibility if you want to
yes, Benedict, you know, I think for all of you, I would like to say one thing, Faiz Shah and Manish and everybody, I would like to say one thing, that I, being as the Dean of the North-South University Business School and Economics, you know that this is the largest business school in the country. Not only in the country, it's in the region. We have 15,000 students in the program, along with 300 full-time, around 200 full-time faculty members, more than 200, and part-time, 70 part-time faculty members. We are very big business school. And in regards to social business activities, we do have incubation center where we are actually now incubating and supporting our students in regards to designing business plan. Many of you have seen today morning that 5 or 6 business plan have been presented today by my students. So we would like to see that, well, your support from your institutions in regards to designing things, or also any sort of support you can give us or we can give you. We are going to go in a collaborative fashion, and which is very important. At this moment, I would like to ask Dr. Faiz Shah that what do you think about the importance of the case writing on social business, and especially from AIT to HEC Paris, those who are the master of those things, HEC, in writing cases. How do you see that, well, from Bangladesh, we can support and you can write or you can give directions on some of these social business activities that is going on both in Bangladesh or even in abroad?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chowdhury. Let me get this sound sorted out. Yeah, well, cases, we've been trying to build an alternative way of doing facile cases for Asian students. And I think we've discussed this before as well, that a lot of the excellent cases that are available in case banks and so on are primarily in English. And most of our students spend a lot of time trying to just understand the language of the case and seldom get into the substance. You know, we find that it might not be the case for some elite universities in our countries, but for by and large, that remains an issue. The second thing with the cases, copious large cases, is that they also are contextualized to the Western student. Although they might be centered in India or Bangladesh or China or other places, but the orientation for that case is basically for a Western student. And the third issue with that is that when cases are written, they are mostly written by academics, and so therefore the cost of producing good cases is also very high, and it should be. Academics should be paid well for that. We've been working, and I think you remember our work in Bangladesh some years ago when we produced local cases in the local language written by not by academics but by practitioners. But they were reviewed by academics, and we published that volume as well. And a recent one we've done in Malaysia as well a couple of years ago. So I think we found that creating a second tier case capability where practitioners can write in their local language a teaching case is a viable opportunity. I think we should pursue this with more purpose. If we, in all our countries, and we speak so many different languages, and there's so many great stories that we can produce teaching cases around, we should be looking at creating a course or a workshop where we can induct case writers who do not necessarily represent academia, but come from NGOs, are graduate students, or come from community organizations or even other counterpart agencies. But each of these cohorts or teams would have somebody from this group or kind of this group who would guide them through the writing process. How we do this is that we run a 2-week workshop where we take them through the case writing process, basically the teaching case writing process, based on established standards set by Harvard. And then they begin drafting their case under supervision, and they always write in teams of 2. And once the drafts start coming in, the academic partner then takes more interest and reviews and makes it into a more academically acceptable case. But these are mini cases by definition. You can't have 50-page cases written that way. And then these mini cases become a part of classroom discourse. And we find that they're relatively grounded in the kind of context that our students understand. There is an immediate uptake of that, and also because they are written in the local language, which can be translated into English, because bilingual translations are easy than having non-English speakers writing cases in English. I think this could be something that we could expand through our network. And with the greater availability of these local mini cases, I think the speed at which people will begin to imbibe case-led instruction will also rise, and the quality of instruction will also increase.
Thank you very much, Dr.
Probably get
Shah.
great diversity from our various centers. There are 91 of us now. So that should be something we might want to take a look at.
Yeah, you have been also doing great in terms of writing Professor Yunus' book in Urdu. So you translated that. That's a good one, good initiative. Thank you very much. I would go, Professor Mark Shen, if you are there. I'm not sure that whether Mark is yet there. If he is available, I may have a question for him. Otherwise, I would go to, Shuraya, if you can say that, well, being you are in a Malaysian university, whether you have any intention to, in terms of collaborating with us. Both Manish and Suraya can, tell us actually, sort of establishing some collaborative relationship with some of the institutions in Bangladesh. This is something that we want to see. Benedict, Faiz Shah, Enrico Testi, and also Cam Donaldson, we have been doing actually great collaborative works because they have been supporting Bangladeshi young academicians or young teachers to be trained on social business aspect and also to be enlightened in the field. I think these are great support from each institutions, okay? We would like to hear from you, and also Manish, if you would like to also put your hands with us, we may actually help you and you can also help us, because that's how academia should share the document, so that we can actually develop more courses, more training programs, more certificate programs, and more case writings and other things with a shared collaborative mindset. That is what is very important for all of us to do, take the social business academia to the next level. Yes, anyone wants to say anything? Yes.
We have been in touch with YSBC and trying to do something with the nursing colleges, because ours is a educational institution which is having a hospital, and we run a very good paramedical division. So nursing is one area where we can collaborate. and we have lots to learn from you and collaborate with you for developing the courses on social entrepreneurship, social business.
Yes, surely
And,
we can do that. Yes, we have a very big pool of faculty members, and all of them are actually trained from foreign institutions at North-South University. So they do have case writing ability. They are also researching on. All we need to engage them and activate them, which Benedict, they know that well, due to their support, some of our young colleagues have been able to finish even PhD on social business from Australia, from UK, from other universities, because these faculty members eventually became very interested in taking or pursuing their further study on researching on social business. And we want to see that things that is going to happen in future, that more and more papers are going to be published in top tier journals. That is something, a lesson that we got from other institutions from across the world, and Bangladeshi institutions are also, trying to do that things at par. Although in Bangladesh, many of you might know that well, we do have a high, tight regulatory system in terms of getting the approval of the courses, and that's why many of us, we are trying to offer short courses, training program, and giving support to our student in different ways, so that the student can become, they can become, be interested in social business arena. Benedict, would you like to say anything, or anyone wants to say anything? We do have 2-3 minutes yet, and then we are going to call Professor Mohammad Yunus to finally wrap up this session.
Yes, sir. This is Masum Iqbal, sir. So thank you, Professor Chaudhary. You have rightly mentioned that we need collaboration and network and cooperation among ourselves. In fact, still we lack literature on social business. We don't have sufficient literature. So whatever the literature a particular university has, it can be shared among with other institutions. So which can be communicated with the students. So it will be quite important for all of us to take the understanding of social business or movement of social business to the next level. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I mean, from North-South University, on behalf of North-South University, I would like to say, any one of you, if you would like to give a talk or running a session or running a workshop or giving a training program or a short course, we can always welcome you. All right. Jinath, could you please try to see that our Honorable Professor Mohammad Yunus is there? If Sir is there, we would like to wrap up this session with his comments and his feedback.
Okay, I'm
here. Yes.
I'm listening. Thank you. It was a great discussion. I was enjoying every moment of it. I didn't realize that so many things going around in such a big way. So this is a great learning process for me, to understanding how much depth you have gone and how much expansion you have done. And this makes me very happy that you took your initiative seriously and you continue to do that. And all these courses, all these research ideas, and all the actions that you have, and about your case studies, this is all very important. And we have to make it higher quality and so on, help others, YSBCs around the world, because that's one thing lacking in many YSBCs. They don't have any guidance. So we can produce guidance from your collaborations and so on. So that would be wonderful to think though. What I would like to say separately on a general issue about the pandemic. The pandemic has shaken us completely, shaken us not only health-wise, also intellectually, because it's shaken up whatever we are thinking, whatever we're doing. Are these the right one to do? How long can we continue to do that? So this is an issue that we cannot get away without answering. And I come from academic world, and still I use the title professor so that I don't forget where I'm from. I feel very close, and I feel responsible what happens in that academic world because I'm part of that. All the things that went wrong so far, and I go on repeating and drawing attention, and we blame the business right away. They are the one who created this, our terrible world that we have with the global warming and everything else. At the same time, I know very well in my heart that basic responsibility lies with academics, because they are the one who created all these ideas and the fictions and the kind of directions and the idea of what the society should be moving towards, what's most important for the society and so on. So I said, that's where they went wrong. So in a quiet way, I would go on record that we as a community responsible and for creating the mess that we have created. Not mess in a light sense, it's in the sense of sacrificing people's life, their livelihood, and their happiness in living in this planet. It's all because we screwed up in what we do, particularly in social science area, where our orientation is. So it lies totally on our shoulder to create a system which will undo everything. Not only undo, but reverse it. If you have done the worst, now you'll have to do the best. That's our responsibility. And the social business and the center that we are creating is for that purpose. What is it? Where did we go wrong? How did you redesign it? Just because somebody designed it and we followed it, and the school have taught us the same thing, and we keep on repeating in our schools, and new generation of young people start believing that and continue to perpetuate the system, perpetuate the machine, which cranks up all these miseries for the world, and for the people and the world simultaneously. So we have to now trace back where we went wrong, how to make sure. Initially, that will be very, very unpopular because you're convinced, you're so powerful in convincing. Academics are very powerful in convincing the world. You've convinced totally the whole world, and it also serves their purpose. So the extra support to what they do, they get your extra support for all their actions. They will be hating what you say if you are to change it. They will make sure you don't go in that direction. So despite that risk, we have to have the responsibility taken that we are responsible for it. We have to get it done. That's the ultimate, whatever we say, research, teaching, and everything. We did things wrong. It's our responsibility to fix it. And I'm very, very happy that what you're doing is the beginning of that process. You have not gotten there yet, but we have started the process. And I want to thank you. I want to congratulate you for that. And this discussion was a wonderful discussion, all the things that you have been doing. And I was listening to you very carefully. And I feel very, very happy inside of me. Thank you for making me feel happy about the discussion. Thank you. And
thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Jinath, I think it's up to you now.
Yes, thank you very much to all our panelists, the speakers, and the moderator. This has indeed been a really informative conversation, and I think from here we can continue our collaborative efforts, doing more workshops together, doing more competitions. We will be launching soon a social business competition and a social fiction challenge, which will hopefully will culminate in our social business academia conference in November. So I will seek the help of all of you to share it with your students and your whole community, so everyone can participate and start thinking or get more involved, and we can do this as a collaborative effort together. So thank you very, very much. We will again seek out information, help from you as we do all the time, and we sincerely appreciate your help. Thank you very much again, and we end this session here, but I would now like to request our tech team to play a short video.
Hello, Professor Juniors.
We're wishing you a very happy birthday
and many happy returns from Sunset Park in Green America.
Wishing you many more healthy and happy birthdays to come.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Thank you very much. There was a
Yes.
video greeting for Professor Yunus. And on that happy note, we end this session now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
to all
Adnan, for
respected
doing excellent
Thank you,
job.
sir.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.